What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and yeah, the new format is starting April 1st. We already got the ban list a couple days ago, so I know everyone is scrambling to figure out, okay, what are the best decks? What decks can I play right now? There's no events going on, but what can I do in order to, keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh! And, be ready for when the event's hiatus lifts. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. And the first deck I got for you guys is no other than Danger GREN MAJU. Those of you that have been watching, I've been streaming a lot lately. I'm getting into streaming. I absolutely love it. I stream just on YouTube right now. I don't have it on Twitch or anything like that. So literally, if you guys want to come join one of my streams, you'll literally get notified when I stream. So that's just a thing, put it out there. I absolutely love streaming so far. Hanging out with you guys is awesome. Answering your guys' questions is amazing. I take my time to really just try to reply to everyone the best I can, either in the chat or via the stream itself. So yeah, but we built this deck together, you guys, on stream. I've changed only a couple things in it, so you guys actually saw it. If you watched my last stream, you guys actually got to watch me play it against my boy GageX Scapegoat and ended up winning that match. This is just a preliminary build, so it's a very standard way to start out with the deck, and I absolutely love it. So hopefully you guys do too. GREN MAJU is one of my favorite monsters, one of my favorite decks. I just love the way the deck functions, being an OTK Go second deck, and yeah, so I'm super excited to profile it for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I got it on my Ignister mat I got when I played the regional flight, just so you guys know we are in 2020. So yeah, let's get into it. So for the monsters, of course, the namesake of the deck, triple GREN MAJU Daeza. This card is insane. It just literally, Potted Desires makes it 4,000. Banishing with Gizmek, it makes it even stronger. This is just a one-card kill shot, basically. You just one-punch man the opponent and it's over. This is not always your win condition of the deck, though. You'll win maybe 50% of your games with it, but outside of that, you don't actually win that many games with GREN MAJU, because a lot of times you actually just end up winning by just the sheer brute force of all the dangers. But this is just an awesome card to have for just OTKs and whatnot. Of course, probably my favorite card of the deck, Triple Gizmek. This card is nuts. Just being able to bring it up, being able to, punch for 2450, being able to block an attack when you might lose the game, or being able to use it in the end phase and then during your turn pop a card is fantastic. So I just love this card. This card is one of the best cards printed for this strategy. So absolutely love it. Plus it's a level 8, so it helps you make the rank 8s. One thing I did change is I went to triple Gamma Seals. So my whole thought process is, this is a new format. We don't actually know what's going to be played, but there's always some problematic monster that we want to just deal with, and nothing deals with it better than a kaiju. You literally just see a problem, you kaiju it, you're good to go. Gamma Seal is the weakest one. It's also a level 8, so I think that's fantastic. I think that synergy is awesome. It's a reason to play it. It gives you that out against any problematic monster that might get in your way, and then you just start running everything over. Every monster in your deck, outside of a few, can run Gamma Seal over. So I felt that it was definitely the right call, at least for the start of this format, to play 3 Gamma Seals, so I really like it. On to the dangers. So I've got triple Bigfoot, standard, and triple Thunderbird. So I put these together. These are the most standard ones you'll play in this deck. There's no reason not to. They're your beaters. They hit back row. They hit face-up floodgates, face-up cards, and they're just fantastic. They're just great for this deck. They're level 8 as well, so they fuel trade-in, and they fuel your rank 8 strategy, so they're great. I got the 3 copies of Ogopogo. So here's the thing. I went back and forth. I ended up cutting Phantom Skyblaster for the 3rd Ogopogo, and the reason is, Skyblaster was just very mediocre. There was no other monster I wanted to normal summon except GREN MAJU, and I tried to make Skyblaster work. It just was very mediocre for me. I might test it out again in the future. You guys watch the game. I ended up not summoning it once in 3 games. GREN MAJU was always my normal summon. One thing with Ogopogo is it does have 3,000 defense, so that is pretty important. It is a level 8, so it helps fuel the rank 8s. And also, its sending response team is insane. It also can send one of your bigger dangers like Bigfoot or Thunderbird, depending on what's left in the deck, so that if you have a Chupacabra in hand, you can use the Chupacabra to bring back your biggest dangers. So I weighed all the pros and the cons, and I decided to just try 3 Ogopogo. But if you don't like 3, you can play 2. But for me, in testing, 2 was fine, 3 was fine, so it's just player preference. But this is the card that some people might not play 3 of, but I definitely do, and it's Danger Chupacabra. I think this is one of the best cards in the deck, one of the best dangers in the deck, because this card literally guarantees your OTKs. It's a monster reborn. You can use it with Super Poly. Like, this card is just so good. It can be like the card you top deck and you can win a game because you can bring back a big danger and run over a big monster or attack per game. I think Chupacabra is fantastic. I think you need to play 3 since, you are playing Desires. You do want to see this card. A lot of times I'll search it with Nessie. and then literally just discard it to just reborn a big danger. So I think for sure 3 Chupacabra is right, especially right now. You just want to get as many monsters on the board as possible and just OTK your opponent. So that's why I play it. And then the 1-ofs, the 1 Nessie, the 1 Jackalope, and the 1 Snake. The best dangers, they're all at 1 for a reason. They're just very strong. Being able to search, being able to summon from deck, being able to summon itself. They're the best ones. There's no way around it. So unfortunately, they are at 1, but we're still playing them because they're insane. So there's no reason not to. So they're in there. So yeah, so that's all our dangers we play. We don't play Mothman. So I don't play Mothman because I don't want my opponent drawing cards. I don't want my opponent getting any type of advantage. I'm trying to OTK them, and that's it. I'm trying to break their board and just OTK them flat out. So that's a danger lineup. And then the last monster is the 1 Prankatops. So why not? That's literally my reason. Why not? It's at 1. This is a going second deck. You see it, you see it. You don't, you don't. It's another form of interruption. It's huge. If it was level 8, it would be broken, but it doesn't matter. 26 is huge. Pop any card is huge. Be able to chain this stuff. Be able to run up cards over. Card's fantastic, especially in a going second deck. So I'm a full advocate of playing the 1 copy in the main deck. So that's it for the monsters. Spells, of course. Triple Pot of Desires. This card is ridiculous in this deck. It just fuels GREN Maju, lets you see 2 cards. It's a +1. It's the best deck to play Pot of Desires in because it fuels your one of your win conditions. So yeah, that's self-explanatory. I don't need to go in depth about that. More draw power. I've got triple trade in. So triple trade in. We have so many level 8s. Like I'm gonna actually count real quick and see how many we have. We have a lot from like our previous builds. We have, let's see, 3 Ogopogo, 3 Thunderbird, 3 Bigfoot, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 15 level 8s in this deck. So there is no reason to not play trade-in. It also triggers your dangers. I don't know what else to say. I feel like this is superior to Allure in every possible way because why do we want to banish any of our guys? Like, why do we want to banish our dangers instead of triggering them? That's why everyone's been asking me why I don't play Allure. I don't think Allure is necessary because trade-in literally triggers the danger, puts it in grave, and Allure, while it does help fuel GREN Maju, it doesn't do enough. It's just an extra 400, which isn't that important. I think trade-in is definitely the right call compared to all the other draw cards you could play. And then we are still playing triple super poly, so I know the format is being established. We know that back row decks are going to be big. We know that with Master Rule 5, there's going to be a lot of different decks. I feel that super poly is fine. You play all the right targets. Not only that, you can super poly yourself, which is one of the few decks that can do it consistently next to Shaddolls. Shaddolls are a problem, so you can just get rid of them, like make a Dragus Stapeli or whatever you need. I think Super Poly is fine right now. We'll see how the format shapes up. I'm playing it because I feel this is one of the best decks to play it, because not only can you Super Poly your opponent, you can Super Poly yourself in battle phase for game. You can also trigger your dangers when doing it. There's nothing more broken than Super Polying, discarding a Chupacabra, and reborning a danger in addition to making your fusion monsters. So that's the reason why I maxed out on Super Poly. I feel that there's no reason not to play it in this particular deck. And then, gotta play them. Lightning Storm. If you don't have Lightning Storm, play Twin Twister, play Cosmic Cyclone, play whatever you want. I personally play Lightning Storm because I like blowout cards. And if there's one thing you know about Lightning Storm, it is an absolute just blowout card. It just beats back row decks. It's also a Raigeki. Everyone forgets that. So I definitely think you should play this card. But like I said, if you don't have it, it's fine. Literally just play Cosmic Cyclone or Twin Twister or some form of back row removal, or even play Evenly Matched. I'll explain why I don't have Evenly Matched in the main deck, but I feel that Lightning Storm is one of the best cards you can play against back row decks and against build-a-board decks, especially if you negate their board or you start to break their board. Being able to do this first to bait negates is fine too, and it's a one-of. Like you literally, not a one-of. It's you don't discard any cards, you don't pay any life points, so it's literally just activate. They have a response, they don't. Okay, it's a blowout. So that's why I play it. And then just the one-ofs. One Monster Reborn, card's broken. The one Mind Control, rest in peace. At least I get to play it. That's all that matters. At least I get to play it. You guys saw my reaction. I was so sad about Mind Control, but the card's so good. Like, it's fine being at 1. I can make it work, especially in this deck. Like this deck, I mean, you can just take their opponent's monsters and just like win. So it's nuts. The one card destruction, there's no reason not to. You have all these dangers, they all trigger. So this card's nuts. And then the one danger response team, this card is insane. Send it off Ogopogo. You use the graveyard effect, put it at the bottom of your deck, draw a card, use its on-field effect to bounce cards back. Like, it's stupid. This in a Kaiju is broken. Like, if it comes up, it's insane. So that's it for the main deck, you guys. That's a 41 card main deck. This deck can play over 40 cards. You can honestly go up to 45. You can go up even higher if you want. There's no reason not to, don't fret if you don't play exactly 40 cards in this deck. You can play more than 40 and it's fine. Shout out to Dad. You already know. Extra deck real quick. Rank 8s, the best rank 8. So the one Dingirsu, this card is still insane. Orcus are still going to be a deck as well, especially when they get the new support. Dingirsu is just nuts. It just deals with any problematic card, doesn't target, it protects your board. Yeah, I don't need to talk about why you need to play this card. Number 23, Lancelot, one of my favorites, slowly grew on me. This card literally can attack directly, pop a monster, and negate the first action. This card is insane. You can steal a game because you can attack directly. Like, this card is nuts. Like, you definitely need to play this in GREN MAJU, especially in a rank 8 deck. Number 38, still good. I like it for its ability to negate. I also like it for its ability to make the opponent attack into it. That's something people forget. It's a great effect. It helps you, keep your board alive. So I feel it's fine to play. And then probably going to be one of the MVPs as it was last format. It'll still be one of the MVPs this format. Sanafon, the card literally is a giant Abyss Dweller. Auto beats Salad, really good against Orcus, really good against any graveyard deck. Can't summon from the graveyard, so it's insane. So those are the main rank 8s. Then I've got the Super Poly target. So I'm still doing the 2 Starving Venom. I feel that it's the best one to play multiples of because it's level 8, it's dark, it's very easy to make, especially against like Shaddolls and other stuff like that. But also, it's the best one to use when you're in battle phase and you Super Poly yourself for game. It's the most generic. Basically, all your monsters are dark, so I think it's the best one. And its other effect sometimes comes up. Being able to take the added attack can be it can be game ending. Also, being able to blow up the board if they get rid of it is great too. So we got that. Then I've got the 1 Dragostapelia, the 1 Mud Dragon, and the 1 Violet Chimera. So this is for like Shaddolls, anything that plays fusion monsters, dark monsters, etc. This is for like Guru, random decks. This comes up, trust me, don't think it doesn't come up. It definitely comes up. And then obviously Salamangreat. I had Adignister in here. I ended up cutting it just because that and Armaduke I ended up taking out because we don't know how prevalent Spiral will be. I know that you can play the Adignister for Salamangreat. Might be something we change in the future, but for now, I just wanted to stick with all these because these are the most generic ones. You can also play the one that takes 3 darks, but I think that all of this covers all the decks of the meta. Dragostapelia and Starving Venom also cover your hero matchups, so I just wanted to have like what I felt were the most versatile extra deck monsters. And also them being level 8 is also very important because if we don't OTK them that way, we still break their board. We can then make a Sanafon or a rank 8, make a Lancelot when they're low on resources, and it could be the end of the game right there. So that's the reason for that. Then just the links. Wee Witch, standard. Boosts all your guys, you OTK with it, gets a dark back if it leaves the field. Then the Nightmares, just the Unicorn and the Phoenix, standard, no reason not to play them. They help clear boards, draw cards, etc. depending on what's happening. One of my favorite links ever, you guys know this. I think this card is absolutely necessary in this deck. Very hard for back row decks to out, so there's no reason not to play it. Very, very strong in, like I said, the back row matchups. Also really good just beating over cards, banishing cards, boosting to 45. I think the card's fantastic. Game, it comes up a lot, so it's game. And then Zeraboros, this card can be used for this deck and against this deck, and it's a blowout. It wipes the whole board, banishes the whole board, gets gigantic. No reason not to play it. It's insane. But yeah, that's version 1, you guys. First deck profile we got of the new format. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. If you guys are trying to build this deck, feel free to use my TCG player link in the description below. A portion of what you spend goes back to the channel. It helps me out, and I do appreciate it. But yeah, this was the deck we built together on stream. So shout out to you guys. I just made a couple changes so that I could present it to you guys in real life. Again, you can't afford some of these cards. You can replace them with other cards. You can test things out, see how you like Super Poly, if you feel it's good or not. But I think for a first go-around list, I think this list is very solid. It played very well on stream. And I mean, I know that's just online, it changes in real life, but, test it out online, test it out with your friends or whatever. I mean, I know everyone's in quarantine, but, test it out online and see what you guys think. If you guys got any changes, any suggestions, let me know, and I'll definitely be revisiting it and revisiting this deck a lot in this new format because I really like it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. What you think of the deck, any changes you would make, and what you think the future will be for GREN MAJU in this format. But yeah, that's all I got to say, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.